anything else about the quality of the lager itself.
Don't call it lager. It
says lager on
It's
there.
not.
It's
I
lager.
paid a
The
dollar.
girl that I was talking to on Tinder today that I was recording a podcast, so I couldn't hang out. So I mean, that's pretty.
What is up? What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Bisky and Tates podcast. I'm Tates. That is Bisky. Bisky, what's up, man? How we doing today?
We're doing pretty good, my mans. I don't know why you got me up this damn early. This is ridiculous. This isn't morning radio.
It's like 9:30 right now. What are you talking about? It's
Yeah, I
not
know.
early.
Yeah, I'm unemployed. Okay, you need to back off with that shit.
You're still unemployed?
I told you I wasn't gonna get a job. I found new hobbies and doing nothing.
How is your starting up your own business like you were talking about?
We'll get back to that.
Cool. Big
Yeah.
Bisky LLC is on hold for right now, but eventually.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we are joined by a guest today, which is why we had to make it early in the day. We have to help our guests out, Bisky. We can't just make them work around our schedule, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I guess.
Yeah, whatever, I guess. Cool. Well, we are joined today by Priyanka. She doesn't have a nickname yet, but she said by the end of the show, hopefully we'll have a nickname for her that we can call her. But Priyanka, welcome to the show. We're very happy to have you.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. First time guest. Happy to be here. Excited for this nickname that's coming, hopefully.
Have you listened to our show?
I've listened to a few episodes.
I'm sorry.
I mean, honestly,
I'm
So-
honestly amazed that you listened to the show and then decided to come on, because most people are like, "Oh, okay, I don't even know what this is. I'll do it," and then they're like, "Oh."
Oh. So
Now I
I
see
met
what I've signed
David
up for.
at this point, like almost a month ago? Something like that. And I've been interested in podcasting for a while now, and I feel like a lot of people listen to podcasts, but not a lot of people actually take the time to do their own, and they don't really realize all the work it takes. And then when I realized that you guys were serious about it, I was definitely intrigued. And then I saw the logo, and that logo is incredible. And now that I've met you both in person and like I'm seeing you guys in person, I get it. So happy to be here.
Yeah, the logo was that was a shot in the dark we had
Yeah.
with a coworker of mine.
Yep.
They were just like, "Hey, we do design," and I was like, "Cool, here's like $40, just make a design." And we were just like, "Oh, this is actually good. What is going on here?"
You're my hero. Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of heroes, we did celebrate a holiday yesterday in America. I'm sorry, no, the holiday I'm talking about was 2 days ago. It's 420.
Yes, sir.
That's the holiday that we care about here in Bisky and Tates. Did you celebrate Bisky?
I may or may not have partaked.
Yeah, you definitely partook in it. You don't have to lie to anybody.
Here's the thing: is I feel like you're a very amateur stoner if you like the first time you have 420. It's like Christmas when you're a kid. Like, you wake up at like 6 a.m. Your parents are like, "Fuck you, go back to bed. We'll do it at 9." Or like, you're waiting at the door for grandma to get there. Like, you're really excited. But then once you get old like me and you're just a, stoic old stoner, then you
It's
just kind of
nothing
like,
special.
yeah, it's just kind of, it's another day. For every day's my 420.
Well, that's true, but I mean, like, usually you could like network and kind of spread your wings on that day. But we thought that because of that fact, because it's a national holiday, 420, we would go with traditional stoner food, which is Taco Bell. And since it is so early, we decided to do Taco Bell breakfast. This is almost like when you're getting the day after you wake up and you just had a good smoke session the night before, and then you get Taco Bell in the morning.
What's Taco Bell?
Listen, we can't play this game because I know you know what Taco Bell is. This is like your favorite food.
I've never been to Taco Bell.
Okay, well, we actually had Taco Bell on the show before, and we trashed it pretty bad. If I remember correctly, I described the Diablo sauce as moldy orange and jalapeno put together, and you found a legitimately 2-foot-long hair in your food.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. It was delicious.
Well, we trashed it pretty hard, but I mean, like, we're going to give it another shot because it is the national food of stoners. We got a whole array of Taco Bell breakfast items here, so we're really excited to try them. And we really wanted Priyanka to be a part of this because Priyanka actually does work for, what do you call it, a blog or website called Time Out Chicago, doing like food reviews. Her gram is full of pictures of food, and it makes me hungry going on there.
Yeah, so I was part of the Time Out Chicago Tastemakers program, and essentially it's just a ton of different foodies and also just like culture lovers of the city of Chicago, and we would submit in our different recommendations for, you know, museums, art shows, food, just various places to get drinks, you know, whatever you want to do and can do in the city. We were giving tips on that, and my, not specialty per se, but I do love to eat, and I also think I'm pretty good at it. So
I mean, you're telling us.
yeah, full disclosure, I was telling them before we went on mic that last night I had this really, I don't want to judge, so I'm not going to use the word weird, but I had this craving for Ferrero Rocher, the hazelnut chocolate.
Trust me, I'm very familiar.
Yeah, okay.
If you can't already tell.
It's so good. I haven't had it like until last night. I hadn't had it in literally years. And so I had a box of it. I don't know what came over me. I don't regret it. I think I'm a better person for it. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like when you want to eat food, you should let yourself eat food and
indulge.
Exactly. Kind of nervous though about this Taco Bell spread. I'm looking at it right now and I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. This hash brown looks like it's still frozen, but
this is what you call pre-diarrhea. It's what it looks like before it turns into diarrhea.
Great, and we're all drinking coffees. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
We're gonna need a lot
good.
of bathroom breaks. By the way, I have a pee corner if you're interested.
You have a okay.
So like you just step right out of the studio.
Yeah.
Just drop trow.
Yeah.
They clean it up. I'm very surprised.
That is so.
The custodial service here is fantastic. I'm gonna have to leave them a really nice Christmas gift.
No, that's very kind of them. Good to know. A pea corner.
Yeah, what other podcast has a pea corner? You can't get this anywhere else, everybody. So, here's what we got. I don't remember. I got one of these is sausage, one of them is bacon. I believe we got a sausage burrito. This is a potato taco. It's a breakfast taco with potato, hash brown. We have a skillet bowl, and we have a quesadilla. I grabbed a few utensils. I didn't grab any knives because at the time of getting these utensils, I thought there was two of us that were going to be eating it. So I didn't think we really need to cut it up.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Just use your hands, man.
Okay, cool. I mean, if everyone's cool with that, I mean, I washed my hands before I came here today.
There's no health department. I don't
There's
care.
no health department. No standards here.
I have no standards to begin with, so.
For real. Cool. I'm actually gonna leave this up to Priyanka here. You could pick what we try first. It's whatever you want.
Okay. And also I feel like Taco Bell is like a people's food, so it should be eaten with your hands. So I think maybe that was
Because
like
poor people don't use utensils.
Oh my.
Yeah,
All right, time to begin. Do you guys have a preference? I mean, okay. I think we should dig into the quesadilla. Is it a breakfast quesadilla?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's what? Probably eggs and sausage and cheese.
I legitimately don't remember what I picked for all this stuff. I put bacon in one and sausage in another, and then they handed it to me. That's basically how that went today. They also took way too long with it. That's why I was late today.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's go with the quesadilla. Okay. Ooh. All right.
So looking at it right now, I can tell that I got sausage in this. We got top, bottom. Yeah, that's the Bisky Tates salute. So
cheers, pal.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
I already have to use the bathroom.
So it's not good, but it's like kind of okay.
I could see if you were like heading to work in the morning and driving past a Taco Bell, and you're just like, hey, I just want to like have a excuse at work just to
to get 40 restroom breaks and not have to work at all that day. Potentially go home early.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, boss. Shit my pants.
It doesn't taste like anything. You know what I mean? Like you could make this easily. Like this is scrambled eggs In a tortilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like with most Taco Bell food, it's just a really bad interpretation of what like Hispanic parents make for their kids every day.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in I remember in high school, like we would always be like, oh, let's go Taco Bell, and like there would always be like 3 Hispanic kids that were like, that's not real Mexican food, and it was like, no, but it's also $1.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I eat a Taco Bell taco, I'm like, this is missing cilantro and onion and meat from an animal that we're used to seeing.
Meat from an animal.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. What do you guys want? Let's do the hash brown only because the longer we don't eat it, the longer it looks
Good
like
point.
it could just grow mold or something.
All right, I grabbed a small piece. Y'all go right ahead. Just do whatever you gotta do to get
for
your
it.
piece there. Yeah, this is like I could already tell this is probably gonna be bottom of fast food hash browns. Fast food hash browns for sure. Big Bisky.
What I like about this one though is that it looks like a brick, so you could use it to fend off a murderer if they tried to attack you.
Well, that's only if it doesn't murder you first, because this is disgusting.
What's the best hash brown you guys have had? This is not it.
Well, I mean, are we talking like strictly fast food or like because there's a place in Lockport called Honeyfield, and they make their own corned beef hash.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
My story about Honeyfield is one time I went there with a friend, and I was like, oh, I might get an omelet, or I might get a skillet. And I laughed and was like, I wish they just had like an omelet skillet, haha. And they served that. I've never seen that any other breakfast menu before. And so somehow we found the one place on earth where these scomlets exist. I think they called it like a deep fried omelet or something like that.
Scomlet.
But yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
it was pretty awesome that they ended up just like having what I was thinking of. But yeah, this hash brown is fucking nasty. Taco Bell breakfast 0 for 2 right now for sure. Yeah, overall, I'm still not getting a very good impression from Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell's like James Harden in his last game.
Oof, Russell Westbrook in the second half last night.
Yeah, it was rough. It's funny because a lot of people will tell me Russ Westbrook over Damian Lillard, and I'm
No.
like, what fucking
No.
planet are you on, friend?
Not happening. But yeah, best hash brown I ever had though. Like we're talking like fast food. I really feel like I feel like McDonald's is the way to go for hash browns. I also really been enjoying Chick-fil-A's hash browns recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You seem to really like
Well-
Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. There's something about Chick-fil-A I really dig.
I think it's God.
I really, yes, God is 100%.
There's something about like eating food and then being like, wow, I feel the Lord is present in this building.
Yeah, like Chili's.
Yeah, just like Chili's.
That was a good Office reference, and you know it. That was very subtle. What's your favorite hash brown?
Well, first off, I don't do favorites in food. That's like a thing about me. I have preferences, obviously, but I don't think I've had a hash brown that changed my life. But like similarly, I've had really good, like, made in-house skillets, and that's like, ooh, okay. Here's the thing. I prefer crispier hash browns.
Yeah.
Like, you know when it's
yeah,
crispy,
well done.
yeah, when it's crispy on the outside and then it's like soft on the bottom, and then just mix it in with the scrambled eggs and then add some peppers.
You want crispy on the outside, mashed potato on the inside.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, so I would say that's my favorite. Anything that does that well.
I'm getting hungrier by the second hearing this how skillets are made, and this Taco Bell is definitely not doing it. So I'm gonna go out here. I want to do the taco next, mostly because I'm looking at this bacon and I feel like it's gonna get up and walk away any second. It looks pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We're doing the Lord's work here right now, honestly.
For real, this is like my favorite.
We're doing this so you don't have to. Like for the people at home.
Yeah, there's a podcast that I listen to very regularly, and that's they eat like lamb eyeballs. And like, we're doing this so you don't have to. Like, oh, okay, thanks. Cool. So let's break into this taco and get it over with. I asked for potato. I don't think there's potato in here though. No, that's very Taco Bell like. If we're being honest with ourselves, it's just like completely mess up.
Where are the taters?
Yeah, where's the taters at for real? Cool. I'm just gonna like break off a piece right here, and y'all can have at it.
Do I have to?
I mean, I think we should, but I also wouldn't be like upset if you didn't. Because
I'd rather dump Malort in my eyes right now.
I'd rather drink Malort, period, no matter what the situation called for, to be honest. But, that's just because I love Malort. Okay. Taco Bell breakfast taco. Oh, top, bottom. Yeah, get in on this now,
Fine,
Bisky.
I'll take one bite.
One bite. Yeah, that's all I'm taking. Top,
Everybody knows the
bottom,
rules.
Top, bottom, everyone, all around.
All around.
Yeah, absolutely fuck that.
Gotta get your clout up, Taco Bell.
So Priyanka, you say that you don't play favorites with food. Do you play least favorites because this may top your list?
Ooh, I like that question better. I feel like it's easier to know what you don't like than what you do like, at least when it comes to food, because I like 99% of pretty much everything I eat. And that's like a really big scale. You know what I mean? Like loving something and then liking it and still eat. I'm generous. I would say that the bacon is better than I expected. Like the texture of it is okay. Like I'm okay with the texture of it. I think that again, like it doesn't taste like anything though. You know what I mean? Like none of this food tastes like real food. Hence why you would eat it when you're, in a different neurological state of mind. But I don't know. I like the melted cheese.
Wow, you are very generous for finding a redeeming quality about this. Bisky, what are your opinions on this, man?
I'd rather eat raw ramen noodles.
I honestly would probably eat raw ramen noodles, so I'm trying to cut this bad boy up here. I don't have a knife.
Yo. Okay. Raw ramen noodles in salads is
Like
actually
crunched up?
yes,
Sounds
is
pretty good.
actually pretty good because it's like that. It's like a crouton substitute.
Stop trying to sell raw ramen noodles.
We can only do Malort flavored raw ramen noodles.
Yeah. So you know how I was talking about how I wanted to make a shot with Malort?
Yeah.
I think I found it.
Did you?
The hipster shot.
Okay.
PBR. Drop the Malort in it.
Oh, that's a winner. Yeah.
We're gonna
That's
have to-
it. I think
We're
that's
gonna
it.
have to do that on the podcast one day.
I'm already dreading that day, and I don't know what day it is.
Yeah.
More
my
than I was
thought is
dreading
is-
Taco Bell.
Well, I'm like, all right, so Malort, most people think Malort sucks. So what beer does most people think suck? And I'm
Yeah.
like, PBR. Boom.
I think you would also substitute really any piss water beer. Keystone, Natty Light, probably like Miller, if we're being quite honest with ourselves here.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah,
feel
I
like-
think that should be an episode very soon. So we have this burrito here. I cut it up. I'll take the messed up one in the middle here. But yeah, so we got the two ends. One's a very large, like half. One's a small end. One's in the middle. I almost feel like we don't even need to try the rest of it at this point because it's so bad. But at the same time, I feel like we've already gotten here, so we might as well continue. Are you okay with that, Bisky? You look like you kind of want to cry.
I guess we're going still.
We're going.
It's pretty funny. Like I sat here and I'd rather do 2 Irish car bombs, but the minute you're like, hey, I have Taco Bell breakfast, I'm like, shoot me in the fucking face.
I mean, I can shoot you in the face if you'd like. Please, pick your side.
Okay. I love tater tots, but because I love tater tots, I will be really sad if this is like the kind of tater tots that are just so mushy from the outside to the inside. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's no crust, like there's no crunchiness.
It's not crunchy. It's just
Okay, this is gonna be so sad.
This is a 100%er. This is no chance that this is any good. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. These tater tots are gonna be bad. This is going to be a disgrace to my name of Tates.
I'm just gonna. How about this? I'm gonna pretend to eat it.
Oh, how do you like that, Bisky?
So delicious.
You can't even get him to eat. This guy literally drinks Malort as much as he like more than any other alcohol, and you can't even tear it apart.
I'm the Malort champ.
But you're not. This tortilla is literally not even ripping. This is awful. Okay.
I feel like, have you ever heard of the tortilla flats? Like isn't it a John Steinbeck book?
No.
It's something tortilla. I'm pretty sure that's what the
Wow.
book's about. You can't even rip this tortilla.
The pico saves it.
Pico saves everything.
Honestly, the pico's pretty good in there.
You want to
Do it.
hear something fun about Taco Bell?
I'd love
So
to.
the meat has the legal. It has the most amount of sand you can put in it legally.
Yeah.
So that just every time I take a bite in it, I'm like, this is delicious, and then I chew it, and I'm like, this is sand.
Why is it so green? Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it has
Official analysis. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. The scientific background. No, this is probably the best one out of all of them by like a far margin. The potatoes, not even tots, right? They have some seasoning, but not even. Let's not.
I'm Caucasian, so I've actually never had anything with seasoning before.
Okay, then you would probably think it's spicy, but and
Well, does it have ketchup on it?
and the pico, you're right, is actually not bad, but still, I think it's the tortillas. They're just so, they're fast food tortillas.
They
don't,
should be corn.
And what's that?
No tortilla with that one.
This is a skillet bowl.
Okay.
Oh, let me take that out. I'm sorry. It's literally just potatoes, pico, egg, and cheese, but it's like melted cheese instead of like the cheese that they put in the other stuff. It's okay.
This is nacho cheese.
Yeah, nacho cheese. That's the word I was looking for.
This is kind of weird.
So, Bisky, you're not feeling this Taco Bell breakfast.
No, I'm not.
I think this might be a historic moment, honestly. Bisky, you may be the first stoner on Earth to not like Taco Bell. I did not expect to come into the booth today and make history.
Here's the thing: is I'm not a rookie. Like when I'm super baked, I'll go in and fuck up some Taco Bell, but like, I'm not uncultured.
Oh, so you're more like a White Castle guy.
Yes.
What's the best food you ever had, High Bisky?
Ooh, that's a good
What
question.
really hit you the most?
I think I love like home cooked meals. I love like party meals, like when you have people over, people make like like they do brisket or they make some kind of food,
I will
burgers,
mess up
whatever.
some fucking brisket.
Yeah, I've been really into burgers lately, eating a lot of burgers.
Could get that red meat protein.
Oh, absolutely. I probably should eat less burgers because I'm not in very good
eat
shape.
less of everything, so
Yeah, I should probably
that's
just
pretty fair.
eat less. Yeah, my doctor would appreciate that.
Yeah, didn't your doctor call you fat?
Yeah, my doctor's like, I'm like, my back hurts. And he's like, it's probably because you're fat. I'm like, probably not. And he's like, but probably. I'm like, thanks, doc.
Okay, that's a real thing. That's that fat shaming thing amongst doctors is so dangerous because I'm
pro fat shaming.
Here's the thing with that. No. Here's the thing. Like, in all seriousness, that's the thing is that doctors don't take conditions more seriously because they think it's just about body weight. But sometimes there's like other underlying issues that are really serious.
Here's the thing though, is like I always told myself like, oh, I'm not fat, and then my doctor's like, yeah, you're fat, and now I'm like, hey, should I eat this? And then I'm like, yes, but at least I think about it before I do it, So like,
Wow.
I guess it makes me more self-aware of my impending obesity and diabetes, and
I'm so proud of you for having that thought process now before you then indulge yourself in your like Five Guys burgers.
yeah. Oof, don't even get me started with the Five Guys burgers.
Five Guy fan, huh?
Oh yes, absolutely. My favorite thing is you go in there, you can get your jalapenos and your green peppers like grilled, so you get those and they put it on the burger. Fantastic.
Wow, great idea. That's something that like I feel like only if you know somebody who works there you would understand.
I mean, pretty much. You just gotta ask, man. It's all about knowing the know.
Know the know. Well, I did bring something else as well that we can get palate cleanse with. This is an apple, and correct me if I'm wrong with my pronunciation of this incredible Italian name. It's like apple, like cristata or something like that.
I wouldn't know what that is. I was thinking you brought bleach to help us clean
just
the
Malort.
Taco Bell out.
Just Malort. No, but it's basically just the way I describe it is just apple pie. except instead of there being too much apple, it's just mostly the crust.
The best part is the candied apples that are inside of it.
Well, that's a damn lie.
No, it's not. The delicious like cinnamon caramely apples that are inside the
mushy
caramelized
apple. They're always mushy.
Well, yeah, I know, but
If they had a crunch, I would like those apple pies.
well, when you pull it out of the oven and it has the chunks in it, if it's cooked right, it should have a little bit of give. But it's kind of like a hash brown you're looking at. It's going to be like the harder outside with the softer inside.
That's fair. See, if they were like that, I feel like I would like them a lot more. But I usually just get mushy apples in there, and it makes me not like the apples in apple pie.
Well, I'd let you have some of my grandma's apple pie because I thought she made it perfect, but she's also dead, so never mind.
I would take you golfing with my uncle, but he's also dead. You would really enjoy the game.
One of my favorite presidents is Abraham Lincoln.
He's also dead.
But he's also dead. So, and then one of my favorite role-playing NBA players is Rasul Butler, but he's also dead.
Oh yeah, my favorite guy to mash taters was always Babe Ruth, but he's dead.
One of my favorite people to snap open a Slim Jim with was Macho Man Randy Savage, but he's also dead. So,
my favorite person to load the spaceship with the rocket fuel was the Ultimate Warrior, but he died.
yeah.
Do you have any other dead people you want to talk about?
My
on the
favorite
show?
person to love is my dad, but he doesn't love me back.
Wow. Now I know.
Oh, this just got really dark all of a sudden.
I think we should brighten the mood with some apple cristata, or whatever the fuck it's called. I think it was just the point where we just like break it basically. Feel free to break.
Okay.
Break the cristata. Dude, that's some good vaping you got going on over there today, man.
Oh, we got mad vapes going on today, brother.
Oh dear.
Good lord.
This is really good.
Bisky,
Pass me a piece.
take the piece, man.
Where did you say this is from?
This is the type of delinquent show they probably wouldn't even want to be associated with, but it's called Maggiano's Little Italy.
Maggiano.
Uh-huh.
You have to say Maggiano.
Sounds straight out of The Godfather, yeah. But yeah, we got in there yesterday for Easter.
What's that?
Wouldn't know.
It's some holiday that people celebrate, and I don't know. It's something about zombies, I guess.
Yeah.
People like die and then they come back to life, and then
Yeah, okay. Jesus rose from the dead, so did the fucking Undertaker, but you didn't hear him go ahead and make a fucking holiday about it.
Where's the lie? This is actually good. Yeah.
It's really good, but not as good as the Undertaker's WrestleMania record. That's a 22-2.
Is this a truffle?
Oh, it's chocolate cake.
Oh.
Y'all.
Whoa,
I'm not a big
whoa.
chocolate guy, but I brought extra so that everyone could try this chocolate cake as well. It's a chocolate cake bite, actually.
You know I like cake, so that's,
I literally told myself I was gonna make a lifestyle change after my Ferrero Rocher binge, and now here I am, literally biting into a chocolate bomb.
Yeah. Let Bisky try a little bit of that.
nice.
Tastes like sugar. It literally tastes like chocolate sugar.
Yeah, I thought it was a little rich myself. If you really like chocolate, you'll really like it. I'm not a big chocolate guy, though. I don't like chocolate.
I'm not really into like rich chocolates. Like I like the Ferrero Rocher because of the texture. Yeah, like the little crunch, like Toblerone. Really into the crunch, but I can't do just like straight truffles or fudge. But it was good, but I couldn't do more than like one.
My favorite truffle is the truffle shuffle.
What? My favorite shuffle is hitting shuffle on my Spotify playlist, which includes Bisky and Tates episodes.
Oh, the only thing on my actually speaking of that, I actually started my new thing to do instead of flirting with people is just to send them the song the Marvin Gaye song. Bow, 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 bow.
I've been really
I've
trying.
been feeling fine, baby. It works every time.
Yeah, Bisky's actually had like 8
It's-
girlfriends in the past week.
It's like sexy time engaged. And then they see what I look like and they're like, "Oh fuck."
Oh, well, that's sad.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay. Ugly people unite, man.
I thought we were just got done talking about the sad stuff.
Yeah.
which me talking
Why
about-
is it we keep on making this? Well, that's good. Yeah. That's Taco Bell is just so bad. Yeah. I need better food. Priyanka, you do time out Chicago. You have all this really good food. You've also done some traveling recently. How would you describe the food you had traveling compared to just Taco Bell?
Well, so I traveled to Hong Kong and Cambodia recently. You can't fly directly to Cambodia from Chicago, so you have to. We stopped in Hong Kong, so I was in Hong Kong for a total of like a day and a half if you combine like there and back. Had some really good food in Hong Kong. We ate at a steakhouse though, so not like traditional food, but it was still obviously like. I just think that the meat is better there because it's real meat and it's not filled with processed who knows what is in meat that we have here. Sand, right, yeah. But
Tears.
tears and sand and blood.
That's only your food, Bisky.
But in Cambodia, I was there for a few days.
Salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth. You're not wrong. There's this foundation. It's called Love Without Boundaries, and I was with them. I was working with them, and they help different communities within rural parts of Cambodia, specifically the area of Phoi Phe, which is really close to Thailand. So a lot of the food that we were having in Cambodia, outside of like, you know, traditional takes on American fusion, it's a lot of like Asian and Indian influenced. So like a lot of noodles, a lot of greens, and whatnot. But specifically, this one day we went to visit the floating villages, which is a community of people that have lived their whole lives on literally like these homes that they built that are on these huge stilts because when the rain gets really, really heavy. Yeah, thank you. It floods their roads, so they're just like it's like a boating community, and yeah, I don't know.
Is it like a lot of fishing and
Yeah,
stuff like that,
exactly.
basically? So, like, I'm sure a lot of the dishes include sea life or seafood and
Exactly.
stuff that may grow in wetter environments.
Exactly, yeah. And so they have like a whole tourist system set up, and we went to visit the floating villages, and then we are on this like mini boat, and then they bring us out to a floating restaurant, which is exactly what it sounds like. Like it's just like this literal, like not floating, you know, physically, but it's just floating
That's
on.
impossible. I know how gravity works. I'm not a moron.
Yeah, and then we were like, what's the word for it? Like when you're not swimming, you're on the boat up to it, like we're paddling up.
Paddling, yeah. If you were in the
Paddling?
boat. I was about to say, if you got out of the boat, I guess you'd be waiting in it.
Yeah, but we paddled up to the boat, or to the restaurant, excuse me, and then we get in there, and I'm looking at the menu, and I see crocodile on the menu, and of course, like I consider myself an adventurous eater. That's like something that I want to continue being my whole life. So I saw crocodile, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna order crocodile. And so the woman whose restaurant this is, and she's lived there her whole life, she comes out and she's like, what do you want? And I point to the grilled crocodile dish on the menu, and she smiles and she points over to the left of the restaurant into this kind of like canopy that's attached to the restaurant. It's like half of it is in the water and half of it is out of the water. And she points to it and she says crocodile farm. And just like you were saying, like I was like, yeah, for sure, like that's their community, that's the system here, like makes sense. And I was like, I just nodded, smiled, said thank you. And she was like, crocodile farm. So I go over to where she's pointing, and there are literally like 10 crocodiles in a cage, just like being farmed.
You're like, bro, I feel like Steve Irwin right now.
Literally, I was like, what is happening? And then there was also this white rabbit that was in a cage, just like chilling. And I looked, and there was no rabbit on the menu, so I don't know if that was like, I don't know what that rabbit was for.
The magician was he was on his way back. So.
Something like that.
Can I leave my rabbit here? Is that okay?
Yeah, probably. And then there was also a really large snake that was hanging out in a cage, and there was like dead chickens in the cage with the snake. It was a very interesting situation.
Could you like gamble on it? Like, so if we put this chicken in there, is it gonna live with the snake? I would hammer the snake. Like,
I would.
the bet on the snake.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't hammer him, but
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what's going on, but either way, ordered the crocodiles, saw the crocodiles, and it tasted. It basically tasted like green curry, like Thai food, and crocodile tastes like chicken. Maybe like a little bit thicker, but yeah, that was probably the most adventurous thing I ate. I also had stuffed frog. That was fun until I was like eating it, and then I realized, like, I saw where the eyes were, and then I was like, wait a second, like, this is actually, you know what I mean? Like, you
well,
don't.
no, it's okay because I feel the same thing. Like, I think it's lengua, like cow tongue.
Yeah.
You eat that. Like, I was eating it. I'm like, this is delicious. Then I looked down and I saw like taste buds, and I'm like, this is the
Yeah.
thing that's in something's body. Like,
Yes, exactly.
You don't think about it. Like, you can dissociate meat from an animal when you see it like cubed, because you knew, like, when you were younger, you knew it as just like, this is just food. Like, it's not like an animal. And then as you get
100%.
older, you kind of rationalize, like, well, yeah, this is an animal.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so that happened. So that was Cambodia. That was food in Cambodia. Lots of noodles, lots of meat that tasted like real meat.
well, I mean, all meat's real meat unless it's Taco Bell
Unless it's Taco Bell when it's sand.
or it's gas station meat.
Hey,
I honestly,
that
real
wasn't
talk,
bad.
I would take the Thornton's gas station
Oh, for sure.
burritos over the Taco Bell.
I would also take Bud Ice over Baja Blast.
I'm not going to argue with you about this today.
I'm very anti Baja Blast. If you want to, you can go to Nebraska where it's a national drink.
Is it really?
You told me this fact.
I thought
trust
it,
you.
I
on
thought
this
it
fact.
was just. I thought it was just that Mountain Dew was the national drink of Kyle. Anybody named Kyle.
Anybody named Kyle loves Mountain Dew, specifically Baja Blast. They also have a collection of every Monster can they've ever drank before in their room, right next to the hole in the wall they punched when their mom made them mad.
You know what, like, gets me fucked up every time is, like, imagine having a beautiful child and, like, you know, going through months and months of pregnancy and talking with your significant other about, wow, we have this child and we're bringing life into the world, and then you fucking name it Kyle. Like, who fucking does that? Like,
What
look
a-
at this beautiful small human being. Let's name him Poo Poo. Like, I mean, like, why? Why?
What's the hate on Kyle for, man? I don't like. I'm not involved in this, man. I know like a few Kyles. They're all nice people. I don't know any Kyles that like I'm like, oh, like fuck that guy.
I don't think I've ever dated a Kyle.
Oh,
Good for you.
Yeah.
Me neither.
same.
But now I'm just like, I've never dated a Kyle.
Is this like, have you dated a lot of people and that's why it's like, oh my god,
Imagine-
I've gotten like every name? Like, is that
Hold
where
on.
it's coming
Imagine.
from, or-
Here's the thing. Imagine if you married someone named Kyle, had a child with somebody named Kyle, and they're like, I want to name it Kyle Jr. And you're like, go fuck yourself. Because what makes you think I already have to deal with your name being Kyle? Like, imagine moaning Kyle during sex. Oh, Kyle. Like, no, there's nothing sexy or romantic or anything about the name Kyle. Like, I just, like, well, I mean, we don't have any other ideas. We could just fucking go with Kyle. I wonder if, like, the first person named Kyle, a doctor's like, oh my god, watch, I'm going to recommend that these parents name their kid Kyle. It's going to be fucking hilarious. Like,
Kyle.
I just don't, like, why?
I don't know. I really don't know. Kyle, I'm trying to remember the last time I met a Kyle. I feel like it's one of those names that is dying out, though. Because when was the last
Fortunately.
time? Yeah, like when was the last time someone was like, "Oh, I'm Kyle."
Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, there are people named Kyle.
There
I'm
are
pretty
people
sure
named
Kyle
Kyle out
Long,
there.
the NFL offensive lineman, will be like, hi, my name's Kyle, because
Yeah.
that's his name. But he could also call himself Badass because he is.
I just mean like young people. Like I'm trying to think of young people
Well,
named
the
Kyle.
thing is I feel like people now, like, want their kid's name to be unique, so they're like, I'm going to name my kid Cinnamon, just because,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, get them set up for their future as a stripper, you know.
I did go on a couple dates with a guy whose parents gave each of him and his siblings, each of their kids, one letter as their middle name. Like it was like, I'm not gonna say his name. We'll just pretend that we'll pretend that he was a Kyle. So it would be like his name was
I thought
literally.
you never went out with the Kyle.
We're just gonna
We're
pretend.
pretending.
We're pretending.
How do
So his name.
I guess I'll figure it out.
his
Just
name.
keep going.
His name was like Kyle J. Smith.
It's like you know The Simpsons, the show The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like so, Homer Simpson's name is Homer J. Simpson, and he never knew his middle initial. He never knew what his middle initial was. His name is literally Homer J.A.Y. Simpson. So it is Homer J. Simpson, but it's so like that was a whole episode.
Nice.
I remember watching an episode, and there's like this giant like billboard for like him when he was born, and it's
Oh,
like
it was
has
like
his
I
name
think
on the
it was
bottom.
a shed at his childhood home or
Sure,
something
and it has like
that.
a picture of him, and it's like a shrub in front of his middle name. And he's like, "Oh my god, I get to move this shrub and find out what my middle name is."
And then he moves
now
away,
I'll be
and it's-
Homer J. Like, oh,
Yeah.
oh man, The Simpsons used to be a good show.
Shit smacks. But honestly, if I had to choose between Simpsons and Futurama,
Futurama.
if we're going by the Matt Groening
Yeah.
shows, then I definitely say Futurama.
Do you remember back in like middle school when everyone loved Family Guy?
Yeah, remember when people still tell me that Family Guy's funny?
LOL.
I swear to God, every time I walk into like some degenerate's house, like somebody I'm smoking with, and they're just a total absolute degenerate,
it's always
they're
Family
always
Guy.
watching Family Guy, and I'm like, oh, so you're trashy. Like, just thanks for letting me know. Like, as if living in Romeoville didn't, give off that enough. You have to go and fucking watch Family Guy.
Yeah, no, Family Guy. I watched that for like 3 whole like weeks when I got a new group of friends. They're like, "Bro, you ever watch Family Guy?" I was like, "No, I never watched Family Guy. It's
Oh my God, look,
TV-14.
they say swear words.
I'm only 12. I can't watch that." And then, yeah, I watched for like 3 weeks. Like, this is the best. And I like watched like a third episode. And I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
You're like, I can feel my brain cells dying.
Yeah, it's just a trash show altogether. But yeah,
Seems like a show a Kyle would like.
fuck, it really does. Maybe this could be so we also want to say that we want to thank Priyanka for coming to the last minute here because we were supposed to have Guillermo on the show today. Guillermo's supposed to be here. So in case you guys don't remember Guillermo, coolest person that we know. Both of our best friends. Honestly, like he's the.
Honestly, I'm starting to get pretty pissed off that he keeps canceling on us.
I do too, man. But
because-
he's so cool that it's just like whatever, Like
I know.
fuck.
He's just so.
Like he's the kind of person who like you go out for like dinner and it's just like cool, like separate checks. He's like, no, I got y'all. And then he also throws you like $40 under the table just because he has so much money from being the world's greatest Celtic football player and supporting the troops in Djibouti.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like he's such a good guy. But like this week, so he was supposed to be on this week. He actually when he was in Djibouti, talking to
Deep
the
in the
troops,
trenches of Djibouti.
yeah. And yeah, he was entertaining the troops, the American troops, of course, not the Djibouti troops.
Well,
goes without saying, but
You
I
can-
thought
you
I'd
can-
say
you
it
can-
anyways.
Hey, you could support Djibouti.
Well, yeah, most
I
certainly can.
support
But,
Djibouti.
hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. But he also found a good woman. He's actually getting married this week. He's deep in the rainforest of the Amazon.
Yeah, we're actually gonna be flying out there to partake in his wedding.
Yeah,
It's
we're
gonna be
both
gorgeous.
groomsmen. It's Wednesday, but he's already down there. He was gonna join us on over the phone, but unfortunately, he doesn't get very good reception down in the forests of the Amazon, so he wasn't able to join us today. But he should be on next week. He said that after his wedding, he should be on next week. He's going on a really short honeymoon, like a few days, and then next week he should be on the show. So hopefully,
Did you hear that he's actually gonna have Adam Sandler dressed up like the wedding singer to
oh,
be
that's
his wedding
so
singer?
great. That's such a Guillermo mover.
I know, dude. He's such a
Yeah.
baller.
Dude. I wish I was Guillermo, man.
I wish I was half as cool as him.
Dude,
I
I'm
wonder
so
if
happy he's our
I wonder
friend.
if he'll
He's the coolest
introduce
person
me
ever.
to Adam Sandler because Adam Sandler's one of the like. I just think he writes some of the most like intelligent movies of our generation. Like, have you ever seen Jack and Jill? Brilliant.
It's really wonderful.
It's
He
like
was 2 people at the same time.
I know.
I heard he did the video editing for it as well too. He edited the entire movie.
You know what's so awesome is that like I never thought I'd get to see Al Pacino and Adam Sandler be romantic interests, but blew my
But
fucking mind.
Adam Sandler gave that to us.
Yeah, who else?
Well, it could have been Al Pacino, but it ended up not being
Support
him.
my. I feel like the most American besides like Chris Kyle is hey, give him some credit because his
I
last
support
name's
our
Kyle.
troops.
He can't
I
help.
support our troops. Listen.
Damn right. And basically he gave us something that nobody else could give us. One of the strongest romantic interests that he could possibly have. But I have one more question for Priyanka. But basically I used to work downtown. I always love to eat there because I feel like that's the best part of it. Like, what are your favorite places like to just grab a bite when you're downtown? Like, what's somewhere that's particularly unique to Chicago?
Okay, so like I said, don't have favorites, but I would say if you ever just want to grab a bite and you want it to be unique to Chicago and what Chicago can be, there is this place. So it's a hidden gem, so I feel like I shouldn't reveal it, but I'm going to.
Nobody listens to our podcast anyway. It's okay.
Well, okay, so it's called Oasis Cafe.
All right.
And it's pretty centrally located to downtown, and it's inside of a jewelry store. So you enter this jewelry store and you have to walk all the way to the back, and then it opens up to a Mediterranean, not like a restaurant, but you know, you can sit down. There's like a couple tables and chairs, and it's all freshly made, and it's really good, and it's obviously like fairly priced. So if you're ever just like down there and you want to, you know, quote unquote grab a bite, I would take yourself or someone's to Oasis Cafe.
Since you have a recommendation for me, I'm going to give you a recommendation. I like street food, kind of. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Like the go and get a little greasy bite. But there's a couple of places. It's exclusive to Chicago, but there's a couple of them in Chicago. It's called Big and Littles.
I love Big and Littles.
And
it's so good. Big and Littles is so good.
The best thing to get is you have to get the samurai taco.
Yes.
It has the mahi mahi,
Yes.
and then it has jalapenos, like pickled jalapenos, then it
Yes.
has like a sauce on it,
Yeah.
and it is delicious.
Big and Littles
So
is
usually if
good.
somebody goes downtown, I'll give them that, and then usually like a lot of my friends will come in town for like sports games, so they'll go
Yeah.
to Blackhawks games or
Yeah.
they'll go to Bulls games or whatever. I just always you gotta tell people, especially when they're out of town, hit the Billy Goat Tavern.
Yes.
Like that's one of the places you have to go.
Yeah.
And because I feel like, I mean, you go there, I feel like it kind of gives you an idea. Like you have very Chicago people in there, just with the accent and you can get a beer, you can get a burger.
Yes.
You know, I
Yeah.
feel like also the history with the SNL skit, the with Dan Aykroyd
Yeah.
and you know, John Belushi, the cheeseburger. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that's very iconic to Chicago.
Yeah.
So like I send people there and they're like, why are you sending me to this trashy little place? I'm like, it's Chicago. Just fucking go in there. It's
Yeah.
delicious. You'll
It's a
enjoy
good
it.
time. It's a good
So
time.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so close to the stadium too, that like, you know, like there's no reason why you can't keep your, you know, $25 parking you just had to pay for. Walk over there, get a burger after the game,
That's right.
go back to your car.
That's right.
Plus, I think you can actually park there for free for the games.
Yeah, I feel like it might
if
be
you
one of
get
those
there.
places. Yeah.
But yeah, which like
yeah.
free parking in Chicago is worth its weight in gold.
Oh, for sure. Lincoln Park is free parking on the streets. But yeah, I'm going to a game on Thursday downtown. I'm going to the Cubs game.
Ooh.
So I'm probably gonna hit up one of the bars in the area. I've always wanted to.
You should go to the Taco Bell by the Wrigley. Oh
no! I
Yeah,
love that Taco
the
Bell.
one good thing about Wrigleyville.
Man.
Yeah. Was the World Series worth getting rid of your Taco Bell?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's fair.
I think even not winning the World Series would be worth getting rid of the Taco Bell.
I'm going to be
to
honest. I'd give up Italian beef if the Bears won the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a tough one. I love it.
I know,
But
right?
no, I would definitely do it for the joy of that. Honestly, yeah, I'm really excited to go downtown for Thursday for the game. It's supposed to be really nice weather. Probably it's a 1:00 game, so I'm probably just gonna like hang out in the area afterward.
Who do they play?
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers. My
Oh.
boy's pitching too. Hendo.
Who?
Hendo. The professor.
Who's that? Oh, Kyle Hendricks.
Kyle.
Fucking motherfucker. That poor guy. Like he's such a stud too.
He's
like
such a good
such
guy.
a
Like
stud.
went to Harvard, but he was unblessed with the name Kyle.
But you know what? I feel like that makes people underestimate him. Like you hear, "Oh, Kyle, what a pansy," and then all of a sudden he's throwing you a little screwball, and you're like, "What am I supposed to do with
What am I
that?"
supposed to do with this? Kyle, help.
You're like, "Why doesn't he throw over 90 miles an hour?"
So great.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give time now, Priyanka, to promote all of her stuff.
Oh,
'cause
yes,
she
go
has a
for it.
lot of different things to promote. This will probably take a couple of minutes. So the microphone is yours because we are end of the episode here. So Priyanka, where can our listeners find you at and find you doing?
Wow, thank you so much. I am Priyanka L. Das on across all platforms. That's PRIYANKALDAS. Instagram, Twitter. Please do not send me a Facebook friend request. I don't like my Facebook is just kind of a graveyard. I do not want to be your Facebook friend, just your friend in real life.
Dude, when my mom's listening to this, she's gonna be like, "Sing it, sister." Like my mom took her birthday off of Facebook because she's sick of people from like high school being like, "Happy birthday," and she's just like, "I don't even remember you. Like, leave me
Exactly.
alone."
I was like, okay, I went to I really hope this person never listens. But honestly, if they do,
they probably won't.
If they do, good for them. Now they'll know. So I went to it was like an improv game night, and so there was the cast was diverse, and I was like one of the first people to leave, and so there was still a group of people left just hanging out after the game, and someone was like, oh, like, it was nice meeting you, like add us on Facebook. And I was like, I don't add people on Facebook, like, please don't send me a friend request. And they were like, everyone laughed, but I was like, no, seriously, like, if you want to be my friend,
I'm not 35 years old. I'm not adding you on Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to be my friend, you can ask me if you want to hang out. Like, don't go the Facebook route. And I made this joke. I was like, I have to be in a specific mood to accept friend requests. It only happens like once a month. So please don't send me a friend request.
Like, fuck it. I'm going on Facebook today.
And exactly. And literally, I get into my Uber, and this person, it might have not even been this person, but the person who was like, yeah, like, add me on Facebook, had sent me a friend request. I was like, I wasn't.
Did you have to decline it immediately?
I was like, what's the point? Like, I wasn't doing a bit. Like, I was literally telling you I'm not going to accept this.
He's like, yeah, you're funny. Add me. Thanks.
Literally, yeah. So anyways, yeah, at Priyanka L. Das. And I also have a podcast. We are in very much the editing stage. It's a little different in its model than this podcast. So what it is it's called Tertiary Delight, and we interview pairs of best friends. It's a loosely guided interview, and we talk about the themes of friendship, but also we get some really fun stories out of, two people who love each other talking about why they love each other. We've done 6 interviews so far, and like I said, we're in the editing process now, and we wanna have all of them done, like fully edited, so we can release them accordingly.
Yeah, unlike us, where we're just like, hey, maybe we should do this. Oh yeah, maybe we should.
I mean, hey, everyone has a thing that works. But yeah, so I will I'll keep these guys updated on when that will all be released, and thanks for having me.
And eventually there will be a Bisky and Tates edition of that episode.
Okay, hold on, I gotta go pee.
Oh fuck, no, stop, not right now. Stop, get back. Oh, he's gone. Okay, well, this is we'll go ahead and just wait here until he comes back. Longer than usual this time. Oh god, there he is.
I realized we had a lady in studio, so I went a little further down the hallway. I hope the janitorial staff will be able to figure out that not the normal pee corner.
Yeah, they're gonna be really out for it. They're gonna be like, oh, Bisky and Tates are in here. Oh, whoa, they're gonna be like really excited. Like, nope. Oh, fuck, there it is down the hall.
Did they give you any napkins at Taco Bell?
They may have given me 2. They didn't give me a spork though.
Oh, I was about to say I need to wipe still, so I might.
Use your hat.
When we're done, don't even play that game with me. Wear your Cubs hat. I'll use that.
Why would you do that? It's a Cubs hat.
Yeah. You know what? One of my favorite things to do is whenever I see somebody wearing a team's stuff I don't like, I'm like, oh, hey, is your insert team I like? Is your like somebody wearing a Packers shirt? Hey, is your Bears shirt dirty? It's pretty good, right? Because then it implies that they're only wearing the Packers one.
Wow, that's so funny.
I'm so funny.
That's a deep cut.
It's super fucking comedic.
I'll be here all week, guys.
Yeah, fucking leave.
Kobe.
Dude, I think he fucking made it.
Yeah, I did totally.
I don't know if he made it or not. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Whatever. Well, that's still like Kobe in his last few seasons, so I guess it kind of works out anyways.
Hey, if this was the last game,
that would have gone in.
I'd be draining that shit
for sure. Well, I think it does it for this week's show, Bisky. How about you?
All right. I'm gonna vape us off.
Oh yes, please. What was the flavor of that vape when you're done? Oh, that's such a good fucking vape. Wow. I'm trying to get some secondhand here. Hold on. Oh. I'm smelling hints of, is this strawberry flavored?
Strawberry lemonade.
I got it. How about that, huh? How great is that?
Yeah, how'd you know that, man?
Man, that's just like a shot in the dark, but I definitely, the nodes of strawberry really hit my nose.
That was pretty good, dude. I'm impressed.
The nodes, Cool. Well, that'll do it for this week's show.
All right. I'm going to go wipe.
Okay, you go wipe. I got a couple of napkins here for you. That's Bisky going to wipe. Thank you again to Priyanka. I am Tates. We are out.